Hello everyone, today I will present you this knife, which is Cheburkov Russkiy. Cheburkov is a knife making studio in Russia, and they're making these gorgeous knives, and this is the model called Russkiy, which is Damascus steel, which is stainless damask, and red carbon fiber, also titanium scales, titanium liners, I may say, but they are pretty thick, and the scales are red carbon fiber, and it's pretty gorgeous knife, as you can see it yourself. This is the logo of Cheburkov, and this knife is not sold in any American sites. I haven't seen it. It's basically mostly in Europe and Russia. You can find it. I think, of course, if you want it that much, you can order it from, if you're from United States, you can order it from here. I mean, from Russia or from Europe somewhere. I order it personally from lamnia.com, which is a Finland site, and I ordered some of my knives from there recently, especially. And this knife caught my attention because of its very nice design and the red carbon fiber, and yeah, I just saw it and I say, okay, I have to have it. But this was 3 months ago, and since then it was not available, and maybe 2 weeks ago I had a notification that it's available and there's only one piece available. So I just ordered it like 2 minutes ago, and I was already ordering it. I just knew that someone will take it if I don't order it right away. So, about the knife, it's 22 millimeters in length, almost. It's 219 millimeters, so 22 centimeters, almost. The flipping action is good, although it's not the best. Especially when it came, it was not superb, but it's fine. The flipper itself, it's small, but it's very well designed. So if you just push in this direction a little bit on the back, a little bit like this, but mostly push, and it will open. The Damascus blade is gorgeous, and the fit and finish is pretty much amazing. But you can expect this from a knife for this price range. It is around 600 euro, which is a little bit more than $700. This is pretty expensive knife, and you can see the red carbon fiber. It's looking just amazing, very cool. And when I first got it, and yeah, the locking is very nice. When I first got it, I just felt like I'm holding some kind of a Makarov blade, like the Makarov gun. It was a little bit strange, but it's pretty nice. And that's because the scales are, or the liners, are this color that reminds me a little bit of the gun Makarov, and also the way they are machined with these sharp angles a little bit. It's very cool, and it reminds me of this Russian gun Makarov. Yeah. So another thing, a little bit maybe bad thing, I'm not sure, but it's, yeah, 2019 it says here in the blade, and I don't think there's a review of this kind of modification of the Russkiy in the YouTube. Probably this will be the first. Most of the reviews are for the titanium scales, all titanium scales, and the plain blade. So this one I had to make. I just love this knife, and yeah, it looks a little bit small in my hands, but it's, let's see the copy of Cheburkov, and they are pretty much identical in length. also, because of the carbon fiber, this knife is a little bit lighter than the knife from all titanium. Let's see how much. So the all titanium knife, all titanium handle knife is, let me try to turn on my scale. Okay, I think it's on. The all titanium scale is 137 grams and this is 126 grams, which is pretty good for this kind of knife. And also bear in mind that they are not Chinese, so this is made, I think, only in Russia. I'm not sure, but I'm just thinking that it's made only in Russian, and that's why, sorry for the shake, that's why they didn't make any grooves here in the titanium, and it's all titanium without any light modifications for making the knives lighter. For example, this one here has this kind of things here in the liners, in the inside part, so it's much lighter. But this one feels very solid, although it's not very heavy, but it feels super solid. It's comfortable. The handle is pretty comfortable, except for this pocket clip here, which is not super comfortable. When you hold it and when you squeeze it, it's just a little bit too much. But you have to have it, so it's cool. It's comfortable to wear, the pocket clip, pretty cool. Let me show you the details. It's pretty good. It's looking fine, and you can see the titanium is going a little bit here. You can see it reflecting on the edge here. And this thing, the jimping here, it's a little bit uneven, which is probably because this is a curve and their tool is straight, so the jimping here is wider, here narrower, and here wider again. So a little bit strange, but other than that, the knife looks amazing. You can see it. It's super sharp. It's one of the sharpest knives I have. And there are no other marks on the blade except for this ZDI 1016, which is probably the steel or the Damascus, I'm not sure. And they have this, of course, steel insert in the blade here, so the titanium is not contacting the blade, which is cool. Let's see it. I love this kind of machining here they did. Very cool. And the design overall is one of the best designs I've seen. And probably it's a personal preference, but in my opinion it's very, very cool. It's very cool. And the carbon fiber inlays, they're almost like inlays because the titanium is milled out in the middle, so they're put inside and screwed, and it looks pretty much okay. You can say so, yeah. Although the flipping action is not exactly the best in the business, it's pretty decent, and the detent also is fine. So overall, the knife is looking pretty good, and the carbon fiber is just amazing. So yeah, I like the design overall, but I personally wanted just this version with the red carbon fiber and Damascus because this looks really premium. This looks really like a jewelry, and yeah, I kind of like that. The version with the all titanium scales is just a little bit boring for me, but it's a personal preference, like I said. So yeah, the centering is just perfect, which can be expected for this kind of a pretty much expensive knife. And the red carbon fiber, wow, it's what? And I don't know, the red carbon fiber, I think they are making, they're putting some kind of coloring in the mix, that are mixing the carbon fibers. So, but yeah, it's pretty rare now. There are a few knives from Zero Tolerance that have red and blue carbon fiber. Other than that, I don't see it too often. And in the, for example, in the Chinese knives, I haven't seen any red carbon fiber or any type of coloring yet. I'm thinking that this year they will release some, because they always try to be on top of the things, the Chinese. So we'll see. Kevin John or some other manufacturers, We Knives, they can release something if they haven't already. So that will be it for this knife. I think I've shown it in pretty good detail. Yeah, it's not mass-produced probably, and that's why the quantities are not very big, and they're pretty limited. So yeah, it has a collector's value also, which is it's not the main reason I bought it. I bought it because I like it so much and I just couldn't resist. And yeah, that's about it. So bye for now.